Hey, NASDAQ, where you get the best dope on the markets. I am your technical analyst for the session here. And what are we looking at here? We're going to talk about everything here. I'm going to get into crude oil on the, but we have a little, I've been talking about feeders, okay? Nobody is interested in those. It gets very few hits. I get it. There's not. But anyway, here we were up exactly. We were up within less than 1/4% of something else I was looking at, and here we got limit down here in feeder cattle, and then the live cattle here on a 240 figure, 480 would be 2% here. So cattle's down 2%, and feeder cattle are down 3%. We're lacking limit here. We just came off a limit here. Let me just show you the action here today. We came down here. You kind of came here to a trend line, weekly settlement price, and then here you can see we go back down. I think it's the top. This isn't what I'm going to talk about, but I am kind of selling my. And then here you go. You know, here we come up here. This is an all-time high, okay, and then we gap lower. There's talk on Team Trump, and if you remember, Javier Milei, okay, remember the chainsaw? He was in this week, and, they got some feeder cattle. And they got a little problem with their currency, okay? And everybody's trying to take him out and re-put the communists in. So that's what's happening right now in the meats. Okay, if you're trading silver, hang on to your jock strap. And I know it's all, well, okay, so we got a $3.60 range here today, 53.76 early, 50.11 just printed this bar here. Let me go, let's do a 12-minute chart just to see how this traded here, okay? So here's what we're trading. Listen, I just have a couple trend lines here, that's all. Look at that, though. That kind of played exact, actually. They tried to, and, okay, so this is a 12-minute chart. And don't blink, don't blink. And so, and here, well, they finally got gold, because this morning gold was up like $45 and silver was down, 50 cents or something like that. Platinum and, oh yeah, that's right. I was talking about copper here being that I thought the hedgers were selling, what was that, at 515 here? We'll go look at copper here, but, well, you know what, as a matter of fact, let's look at gold here, and then maybe we'll just end this on the gold. So here's gold, okay? What are you going to do? You can't. I have no sell order. You can't have sell offers. Let's clean this up here. These were targets here. Those were just little targets, okay? Because when you're at all-time highs, there's nothing to say that you can't go at all-time highs. As a matter of fact, wouldn't surprise me at all if gold came back here, okay? Gold is the proxy, okay? Not silver, not platinum, not palladium, and not copper. Okay, gold is what the central banks are buying, and the retail. Okay, although you're going to get retail, it's going to go for the cheap alternative. Let's look at copper here, and maybe we'll just call this. What do we got here? Here's bean oil. Here we went up to. Oh yeah, here. This is. I've been talking about crude oil here. Let's go look at crude oil here. Okay, so this is crude, okay, we got the green, we got the orange, then we got two thin olives, okay, and two thick olives. Okay, I've been talking about this. As a matter of fact, I think yesterday's video, this was on the 16th. Yeah, today's the 17th, Friday. Okay, and here, we came here and we bounced like 70 cents, okay? That could be a way that you play these numbers. If you're your own player and you're looking to buy some crude oil, okay? Now, if you're a trader, and that's what I'm like, you got to have stops in, okay? Anyway, so these are the thick olive lines here. Let's go to, you know what, here, hang on a second. Let's just put up a 480-minute chart here. Okay, so you're going to see here, this, look at this. Okay, 56.71. Okay, it went 2 cents through here, but hang on. Let's put the overnight in here. Okay, let's put the overnight in here. Okay, this was the number, 56.41, 56.73. What did I say that was on that other one? Okay, and on a daily, we missed the thick one here. This might have been late in the day yesterday, because I didn't think we got that low. But in any event, if you're looking to buy crude oil here, these were your numbers. Okay, I would say here we you know, it'll be a little chip shot up here to these greens, either green here. You can see now here I got it the higher green here. Also happens to be a neckline here. Okay, so right now, okay, that'll be, and actually next week or something like that, this line will be going down here. So, but that would be a neckline top here. Here they tried to buy it here. We rallied. What did we rally? $2. Okay, so if you're looking, oh yeah, look at that. There's even a 7 posted. Okay, so that's crude oil. Okay, so these are olive line buys. Okay, I do not know here. You can see one is a little bit longer than the other. Okay, this is where they end. Here they're both at the same thing, the oranges, which is kind of weird. That's kind of weird in my opinion, but as a matter of fact, and they didn't even hold. So, you know, so that's why. You blow through there, okay? There's nothing that's saying that, okay? But this would be something like, you know, 70% off, 80% off, 90% fire sale buy, okay? On the algo with a stop. Okay, you say, well, hang on, 57.15. Okay, so we went 25 cents through. Okay, I actually thought we traded 56.01, but here, but anyway, so that's how it worked in here. You know what? Here, let me go and put up like a 60-minute chart here. Okay, so and I talk about it kind of like in cotton. Yeah, you know, I've been saying if you're looking to buy something cotton or actually an orange juice, if you're looking at orange juice. You know, get a hold of me. Get a hold of me. I'll tell you what, you need orange juice, you need some numbers or something like that, I'll make it a flat out $200, okay? Otherwise, you can go in there yourself, and I don't know what OJ is. What is it, $400 a buck? Okay? You know, otherwise you get some numbers that might be of this same kind of quality, okay? Or like in the cattle, okay? That kind of quality. And man, that cattle stuff happens once a decade. And it's really unfolding now. As a matter of fact, it was exact from the what we were looking at in percentage terms. Okay, we're going to finish on copper here, and I just talk about levels here. Okay, and I you know, whatever you want to scalp it for, you know, whatever your gig is. I just look for places where that seemed to me that where I was saying here, I think somebody was like maybe the smelters. If I was going to guess, I would make up a story here for you. Tell me a story, NASDAQ, that they were selling it up against this red here. Okay, there's certain things you watch around the red, otherwise, and then you got this, whatever this is, right over here. As a matter of fact, look at this. Well, then we gapped. Okay, so we come back up here on the old way, because this was an all-time high, and then we broke. Oh yeah, here, this is April 7th. This is Liberation Day. Okay, this is one of the tariffs. Okay, and then this was kind of wild because this was a tariff, and we went rallied to the upside, and then the tariffs come out, and then we just absolutely got crushed here. Okay, but we're all in the same range here. This one just happened to happen in 2 hours. So so this was up here. You know, I was just citing it here. Okay, look, we're going to count the highs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 was a big one, okay? And then you get 6, 7, 8. Okay, so you have 8 highs right in here. You know, it looks like you got a little kind of settlement price of something there. You got a settlement price, you know, and then you're coming down here. So I have no idea where we're going long term. But if you were just trading and you want it, you know, you put it on. If you don't get stopped out, you're getting paid. I can't tell you that. We'll just take a peek right here. This is gold right here in percent terms on the year. So we're up about 41%. Hey, NASDAQ, what about silver? Just show me what silver is. What is that, babe? Okay, this would be called a key reversal. Okay, that means a genuine key reversal. And listen, okay, you just have to have a buy stop above here. But the definition of a key reversal is all-time highs ever today. Okay, we were above all-time highs ever, and by the end of the day, if we were to close down here, it would be we had rejected the entire previous day's range. Okay, that would be called a key reversal. Otherwise, you just have a reversal down here. But so that is in silver. So we were up. What was silver up? Holy camole, 78%. All right, I think we're going to call this a wrap. This is my soft page here. So if you want to take another look at it, here's the dollar. Oh, this is a monthly here. Let's put this dollar on a weekly. Okay, that's a monthly in the dollar here. This is a daily here. Here you can see a couple sevens up here. This is March here. So here's the D's. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. We came up here. Okay, I talked about it. I had an olive line sell. Okay. You can go through the olive line one day. Okay, one day, and that's not even a rule. That's only if that applies to you. Like, say you were looking and you're like, okay, NASDAQ, I'll sell 99.11s. Okay, right over here in the right-hand column. And then it goes and you got it stuck up your keister. Okay, you give it one day. But this was mapped out here, this was mapped out here, and actually it was only 50 ticks to and I don't mean to discount and say only 50 ticks, okay? Because that's $500. And so anyway, this is where we are. And this made some sense to me here. I don't know, it looks like some kind of failure here. Here was a high. Okay, and now here we took it out, probably ran some stops, and now here's where we are today. So I kind of watched this trend line, and this just because you just started doing lower highs here. So if you need anything, email me or go subscribe over on NASDAQ. I'll see it come in. ARP@NASDOG.com. Thanks. Always use the risk stop to stop the risk. Have a nice day.